being late is better than not coming on at all. The reason I'm late is because I am traveling today. I'm currently in Los Angeles, away from my home. I had some filming to do with a couple of companies, but I still wanted to check in on a live and talk to you about something that's actually, I want to say time sensitive, but that's not the right word. It's just really pertinent to what's going on right now. And it's staying fit while traveling. It's a challenge that a lot of my clients face. It's a challenge that a lot of people face, period. What happens to your fitness when you're on the road? If you travel for work, if you have to travel for family, what happens to your base fitness level? You'll hear a lot of people say that travel ruined their fitness, but that's not the case. There are some tips, there are some strategies, there are some hacks, if you will, even though I hate that term, that can help you stay fit while living a life on the road. So I want to talk about those for a little bit today and do a Q&A. As always, if you have any questions, pop in on the chat and I will answer them. I am always happy to. We are here to learn and we are here to get better. All right, so number one strategy when it comes to staying fit, Robert DeLuca, my guy, mon frère, mon fils would be the appropriate term. Robert DeLuca is a long-term athlete of mine. I'm going to call him an athlete because that's what he is. Trains like an athlete. And so one of the hardest workers that I know. And somebody, you're right, we do, Robert, have this talk, Robert, have this talk on a regular basis. You do travel a lot, but you are able to maintain a high level of fitness. So the three things I'm talking to you about today, you know these. You could probably type them out in the chat. You could probably lead this live with the amount of knowledge and dedication that you have, all right? But the first thing that I do when I travel, before I even leave the house, I book my hotel based on what kind of gym they have. Do they have access to gear? Do they have a sauna? Do they have an ice bath? Do they have the things that I need? Now, I just mentioned a sauna and an ice bath. It's not always easy to find a hotel with an ice bath, but oftentimes you can find a hotel that's in walking distance to one of those recovery shops that have an ice bath. It's not always easy to find a sauna. My hotel does have a sauna. I'm staying at the Millennium Biltmore, downtown LA. It does have a sauna, which is super convenient. They also have ice machines. So I can fill the bathtub with ice and I can get in my sauna and I can get in my ice bath and I absolutely don't skip a beat. So one of the first calls I made when I came to LA was to the Millennium Biltmore and I said, is the sauna operational? Are your ice machines working? I look at the map, you know, on Google Maps or whatever to figure out if there's a recovery shop nearby where I can go to have an ice bath and do all the things I need to do to stay in track. Now, I just prioritized the sauna and the ice bath over the gym, all right? The reason I do that is because the way I train, I can train anywhere. You put me in an empty room, I will come out of that place fit. You put me in solitary confinement, I will come out of that room fit. I can do push-ups, I can do squats, I can do... Now, the Millennium also happens to have a great gym, so I am set up there. Regardless, without being long-winded, the point I'm trying to make is that I checked my boxes. I did my research. I put myself, before I even stepped foot on that plane or out of my front door, I put myself in a position to win, in a position to be successful. So that's the number one thing you can do. If you're traveling for work, if you have to book a hotel, if you have to go away to be with your family, just look on the internet, make a couple of calls, do a little bit of research so you can have access to a good gym, you can have access to your sauna, you can have access to the things that are, you know, close to home. To put you in a position to win. Now, another thing about the hotel I chose to stay in, it is literally a 0.3 mile walk to a Whole Foods. So I can get all the healthy food I need, and they have a fridge in the room. You see, these things are all really important. Now, what's the big deal with the fridge in the room, and what's the big deal with a Whole Foods being 0.2 or 0.3 miles away? The fact that now I can eat healthy. I don't have to go out and eat at restaurants. I'm not reliant on some mass produced food. So last night, I wish I actually would have taken a picture of my grocery cart, but I went to the Whole Foods. I got some blueberries. I got some peanut butter. I got some really healthy little bars. I got some A2 milk. I got some cold brew coffee. I got some Greek yogurt, 100% full fat organic Greek yogurt. So I am set up for the week. Like I've got all the food that I need to have. And so that was another thing too. And sometimes if there's not a fridge in the room or you don't have access to a fridge, then you're stuck eating out. Like then you're eating fast food, you're eating garbage. So this way I can eat healthy most of the day. To start my day today, I just did a workout with a buddy of mine, Thomas Ashman, but I woke up, I had a nutrient-dense, nutrient-rich meal, and then I'm about my business and I'm about my day. You can see, my favorite rash guard, and I got a really, really good workout in. So that's all part of setting yourself up for success before you even leave the house. That's tip number one. And my athlete, Robert DeLuca, he does this all the time. He will actually send me in advance pictures of the hotel gym. He'll send me in advance pictures of the room. He'll send me in advance like where the grocery store is from the hotel, because I know he's sorted out and he is accountable AF. Mr. Pizza says, just found your channel. You're no doubt one of the few rare fitness influencers that are legit and no BS. That's the best compliment a person can give me. I really, really, really want to be authentic. Not want to be authentic. I strive to be authentic in all aspects of my life. So thank you very much for that. James T with the super, the first one of the chat, means a lot to me. It's hard to be away. I've actually got a Magic the Gathering game lined up here, but I am away and it's hard to come and do these lives. And so support like this through the supers, through the membership, James, means the world to me. Don't spend this in the mini bar. You're too smart for that. Too driven, too disciplined, too serious for that. I'm not getting anything from the mini bar. Like I said, I went to Whole Foods. I stocked my groceries up. So that was tip number one. And James T, thank you again. All right. So tip number one is to do your research before you even leave the house. Okay. Tip number two, when I get to the venue, when I get to the hotel, when I get to the place, I pay myself first. I get my first workout in. I ground myself. It's my anchor. It sets the tone for the rest of my stay. I don't wait, because tomorrow becomes the next day and the next day after that and the next day after that. So I check in, I go to the gym and I get a quick workout. Sometimes it's only 10 minutes. Sometimes it's only 15 minutes, but I make sure I pay my dues and I drop that anchor, and that sets the tone for the rest of the trip. I also immediately go to the grocery store and I stock my fridge up. And that's what I did last night. I landed, I came, I worked out. The minute I got to the hotel, went to Whole Foods, got all my food, and then I am set up for my stay. And by starting off on the right foot, it's easier to continue. I woke up this morning, I had my nutrient-dense, nutrient-rich food, and then I worked out again. Now imagine that went the other way. Imagine I got off the plane, I was tired, I didn't train, I didn't go to the grocery store, I woke up this morning, I went down and had a bad breakfast, I was gummed up with all kinds of processed food, then I didn't work out. You see how this can lead you into a tailspin. So I set the tone the minute I land, and I take care of myself for the week. That's tip number two. I always say this about Monday. Monday sets the tone for the week. How you start Monday is how you will finish. And if you skip Monday, it's easy to skip Tuesday, it's easy to skip Wednesday, it's easy to skip Thursday. But if you can start Monday off the right way, it's easier to keep going. A lot of people ask me why I keep working out. It's honestly, it'd be harder to quit at this point because it's such a habit. All right? Now, the final tip. Tip number three. You have to be flexible. Let go of your routine a little bit. All right? You may think that you need to deadlift. You think that you may need to squat. You think that you may need to bench press, but you don't. You might think you need your normal 2-hour workout or your normal 1-hour workout. You don't. You just have to get work done. And sometimes that takes being flexible. Sometimes even the hotel, it looked like it had a gym. I get there and they're renovating and it's closed. Sometimes I get there and the hotel gym has hours on it. That happens in Las Vegas sometimes, where the hotel gym is only open from 9 till 7. And you land at 7 o'clock and you can't work out, and then you're stuck doing body weight stuff in your room. So you gotta be flexible. Yeah, your program's important, but you're probably not an Olympic athlete. You're probably not playing in the NFL. You're probably not at the highest level in the world. So really any work will do. And maybe your workout that day is 100 squats, 100 lunges, 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups in your room. But you've got to be flexible. You've got to just make sure that you pay your dues every single day. That every single day that you're away, maybe it's not perfect, maybe it's not ideal, but every single day that you're away, you check that box and you get that work in. And if you can do that, then when you come home, you're able to hit the ground running. You're ready to go. You didn't take 4 days off. You didn't lose all that time. You're not starting from scratch. You can go and you can get your work done and done at a high level without even missing a beat. And I know those three things sound too good to be true and they sound pretty simple, but that's what this fitness game is. You see, everybody's trying to sell you a hack. Everybody's trying to sell you a shortcut. Everybody's trying to sell you 3 easy payments of $9.99. And I talk about this all the time. The key is simplicity and consistency. If you can be consistent, if you can win more days than you lose in a year, then you will be fit. You will have the body of your dreams. You will be happier. You will be healthier. There's 365 days in a year. If you travel a lot, you can start losing a lot of those days. I refuse to lose them. And by doing the things that I just talked about, by checking out where I'm gonna stay and making a plan before I even get off that plane. 2, setting the tone when I land and getting my work done and putting myself in a position to win. And then 3, being flexible and just making sure. I just flipped the camera. I don't know why I did that, but actually I should show you this place. This is beautiful. We're at the top. Thomas, what's this place? The International? Intercontinental. The Intercontinental. This is my man, Thomas. Thomas, say hi. How's it going, guys? All right. So here we go. This is the beautiful hotel that we're in. So anyway, I had to show you that. But by doing those things and then by being consistent and being able to win day after day on a regular basis, that's how I'm fit. That's your secret. That's your hack. Those are your 3 easy payments of $9.99. That's it. Because at the end of the day, I'm a normal dude like you. You know what I mean? And that's one thing I talk about a lot. I pride myself on being the most real person in the fitness industry. I've never used a PED. I've never used TRT. I don't Photoshop my pictures. I don't make use of all these filters and things like that on the internet. I'm authentic. And I live my life, and I'm a guy that's just like you. I'm married, I got kids, I travel. I mean, fitness is my job. I'm not gonna lie about that. You know, that just proves it, that I'm a real guy. I tried lining my phone up on my bottle with my charger in. It did not balance, it fell face down. That happens. Big time production value over here at Bobby Maximus Live. But like I said, I'm a real person just like you with the same challenges and the same struggles. And yes, fitness is my job, but I also do editing. I also go live. I also write for Men's Health. I do a lot of stuff. And I'm just a guy that faces the same struggles and just manages to pull it off. And how? Simple consistency, showing up no matter what, and a few simple strategies that I've learned along the way. So listen, I'm gonna cut this off. Great to see you, great chatting. Hopefully you got something from this live. I mean, you always do. If you can count on one person in the world to give you real talk, it is this guy right here. So thanks for stopping by. We got a question here. Warheed says, what to say to an average obese type 2 person with stubborn fat, how to fix? A lot of the things that I talked about during this live apply to you. You need to make this a priority and you need to be consistent, all right? You're in your position because you didn't prioritize exercise or prioritize your health. Here's how I want you to treat this. I want you to treat your health like brushing your teeth. You brush your teeth every day? Absolutely you do, because you don't want your teeth to rot out and fall out of your head. I need an hour of exercise every day. Put it in your calendar. Put it in your Google Calendar. Every single day for 1 hour. you need to exercise. It can be weights, it can be push-ups, it can be a walk, it can be swinging around a kettlebell, it can be carrying groceries. I don't care what it is. You need to move for an hour a day. 2, no more processed food. If you can't kill it or pluck it from a tree, you can't eat it anymore. You're done with that life. All right. And number 3, 8 hours sleep a night. Do that for 1 straight year, 365 days. Do not miss a day. And I promise you with everything in my heart that you will be a 100% different person. That's it. Just give me 1 year, an hour a day of exercise, perfect eating, no processed food, and 8 hours sleep a night. Do that and you will be the fittest version of yourself. All your health problems will go away. You will be happier, you will be healthier, and you will come back on this live and you will thank me. Just 365 days straight. Ivan, when you do Bulgarian split squats, I'm reading Ivan's question right now, everyone. Hi, Bobby. When you do Bulgarian split squats with dumbbells and I see that you accumulate 500, what repetition formula do you use? And the same for Nordic curls, what format? Well, I don't do 500 Nordic curls in a day. That would be insane. That might be my next strength challenge. That would be absolutely wild if I could do that. But when I'm doing 500, I'm actually playing. I'll do sets usually like 20 on each side, 10 on each side, 15 in each side. I'll do a set, I'll clean the garage. I'll do a set, I'll clean the garage. I'll do a set, I'll build some Legos. I'll do a set, I'll be in the kitchen with my kids. I'll do a set. Like I just give myself an hour or 2 and I just play. No set or rep structure. I'm just trying to accumulate 500. On days I feel good, I do more reps. On days I don't feel good, I do less. But there's no real like secret rep structure, right? Ben, hey, Bobby, glad to make it in. I did build a version of the app for 130 hour. We would love to demo. I'd love to see it. So get in touch. Shoot me a DM on Instagram, Bobby Maximus. Go do it now, and I'll check after this live. And then, yeah, we can go from there. James T, amen. Damn right. That's the advice people need. Just be fit. I'll leave the live with this. Bobby Maximus. Why did Men's Health name you one of the fittest men of all time, one of the 100 fittest men to walk the earth? How do you stay so fit? I'll tell you, I did one simple thing. I worked out 2 to 3 times a day for 30 straight years. There's your secret again. There's your hack. There's what you're looking for. Simple consistency. Anyway, I'm out. I'm going to hang with my guy. We're going to play a Magic the Gathering game. We're going to hydrate, eat some nutrient-dense, nutrient-rich food, had a good workout in to start the day. Thank you for spending part of your day with me.